So I'm going to try to repeat what I successfully did the other day with Quela and was not able to get on the video, is that after we did our exercises where we were in the barn and we worked laterally and a little bit of bidding aids, then we came out here and we repeated that, and then after that, the part you didn't see was the work we did on the rail. So I already started in the barn, same as I did the other day. I repeated myself, and I'm going to do that again here. Working on her lateral work a bit, and then in hand, and then we'll go to the work on the long rail. And you'll recall that Kayla's not a great big fan of lunge work. So one of the things we were having a lot of issue with Quela is her taking off on the right. So we've had to work on that very slowly and argue our way through it so that she wants to stay with us. So it's not easy to do it without wanting to be in a punishing method. And with Quela, if you want to punish, you might as well call it quits. She's a big girl, and it's not the way to go with any horse. I'm not saying you don't set healthy boundaries, but sometimes you realize that you can't make a boundary that's not reasonable to that horse as an individual. Okay? Back. Good. Walk. We start with the pieces they know well. Walk up. Walk up. Good. Walk up. I'm using the girth here. The whip at the girth. Up in the shoulder is neutral. Tip it forward. Horse should back. I also turn my hips. That's it. I have even pressure on the reins. Walk up. Release the horse forward. Jingled a bit on the inside because she was falling on that shoulder. Tap her up so she's forward. And hope. And back. Excellent. Good girl. Do the same thing from the other side. Show the horse over the shoulder. Do a nice turn on the haunch. Walk up, walk up. There you go. Very nice. Excellent. Back. Very good. Forward. Walk up. Good. 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 Walk up. Excellent. Good. Like that. And that's a bit in the shoulder 4 because this is a shoulder she's always problematic. Back. Back. So I asked back without my whip. She didn't back, so then I dropped my whip. Back. A little bit with the rein there. Good. Walk up. Good. Up. That's it. So this is the shoulder she tends to be stuck on, and that's the shoulder she escapes with on the line. Walk up. Back. Back up. Back up. Come on. Quela. Good. 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 Walk up. And hope. Good. Alright, we're going to start our lateral. Now. Alright. Good girl. I'm going to start with the horse flexing towards me. Remembering we want to be more in a leg yield position with the young horse. Alright, good girl. Some more resisting here. Good. My whip is up in neutral. Now I'm going to drop it down and move the horse over. Over. I asked first, and then she didn't respond, so I gave a little bit of a tap. Over. She started off the good stride, and then she dropped the shoulders, so I didn't correct that. That's a good girl. Quela. Walk up. Over. Over. Good. Yes, and I have to allow the horse to go forward a bit. Huh? There, like that. That's very nice. Very nice. Like you. Nice. Good. Now we're going to move the horse straight. Walk up. Good. Walk up. Good. Ah. Ah. And over. She's a little bit lost without the rail, so I'm going to move her into the rail. I like that. Excellent, Kayla. Excellent, Kayla. Excellent, Kayla. She's a little bit wanting to get excited there. That's a place where she woke up. It's a little bit different, my exercise right now than it was the other day, huh? It's a little bit more advanced. But Kayla has the ability, and she's ready for the work. Walk up, walk up, walk up. Up, 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 up. Excellent. Excellent. And pull. Pull. Ah, bravo. There we go. So we did a good deal more than we did the other day in that regard. We're going to go to the other side. She has been trying to catch the reins with her mouth, which is one of the reasons I have to make sure I tie them. Good. Over. She's already moving over for me. Excellent. Excellent. Very nice. Ah, so her head's a little twisted because her hip is not going through. I'm tapping the hip and catching the outside shoulder like that. Now the horse will straighten her head because she straightened her body better. Like that. Excellent. Like that. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Ah. So I stopped before the side because she did it nice. I got these smaller treats so she can chew them easier. Yeah. Yeah. Good girl. Now I'm going to go ahead and tie the reins. I feel she got that pretty nice. So we're going to move to the thing I wanted to show you. So you can see how the exercises are a little bit adjustable. They're not always so sternly in the same location. One of the reasons is the horse gets bored. If it's too sternly in the same location, it becomes excessively repetitious to the horse. So we don't want to do that. We want to keep the horse interested. So we can start with the basis of familiarity and then move a little bit more. So you saw those were straight actral leg yields, like you would work in hand. The horse is ready for that step, so I took her to it. If she was not ready, we would have stayed with the 1 or 2 steps on the rail. And that's really important to think through and understand. So I tie her reins here like this under her chin up. She has plenty of flexibility to move her head up and down all she wants. She can't get it all the way to grazing, which is the purpose of the way I have it rigged. And then she can't catch the rein with her mouth, which is what she was trying to do the last time we worked. And we don't want that to happen. So now my next step is to go to something she knows well, which is the small circle. It's shoulder in. Excellent. On the lunge. Over. Good. Now with Kayla, you want to be careful that you're not over asking with the whip. Huh? Because with her, that's very upsetting. So there we're getting some flexibility in the rib cage. She's a big girl, so I'm expanding that circle like this by walking in it with her. She can walk into me like I'm doing, or I can do it this way. Both ways, the horse should be able to work. Good girl. It depends on how I need to frame the horse, how I'm placing my body. In that case, Kayla likes to run off on the right, so I was walking backwards to help frame her from the forward run. Good girl. Excellent. Kayla really responds well to lots of positive reinforcement. So there we've loosened up our rib cage. We're going to work on engaging that hip a little. It's a bit high. Over. Excellent. So I just laid the whip on her hip there for a bit. So she understood I wanted to step out more. I want the bigger step in the haunch there. So she's making a wider circle in the haunch than the shoulder. That helps to open up the hips, gets the horse to use the inner thigh muscles, which is often, unfortunately, overlooked in many training programs. Everybody's working that gasket on the outside, and they forget all those really vitally important muscles on the inside of the thigh that balance the leg and allow that flexibility to happen. Open, open, like that, like that, like that. Good job. So Quela does close work really swell, as you see. She doesn't so much like when I'm away from her. So what we did different the other day is what we're going to start now. Good girl. We're going to go on the rail. Look up. Look up. And I'm going to do it without the reins today again. At some point we'll incorporate the reins, but for now we're not needing to do that yet. We've done enough with the reins today. Look up, look up. So now I'm trying to encourage the energy. She has none here. She's falling in on the shoulder. So I'm tapping the neck right at the base of the shoulder to say, hey, get that over. Over. Good. Excellent. Then I'm going to press my whip on the hip, not tapping, unless I need to. Look up. There. I want to make sure that I'm not in the kick zone. Good. Then I'm going to take my whip down the tail so the horse knows to open her legs, get under herself, and I let the whip bounce on those hind legs like that. Notice I'm keeping the horse on the rail. Good. Good. And ho. Excellent. Over your shoulder. So she landed with the shoulder leaning in. I'm going to correct that. Over. Excellent. So she understands I want the haul to be correct. Ah. Good. When I'm riding, I can't expect it right away, but on the ground, that's the point. Teach it. Don't be so strict that it becomes insufferable, but be careful to make it persistent. Good girl. So now she's walking. She's awake. Good job. This is the kind of walk she should have. It's good exercise for us to get our steps in. Excellent. And hold. Good. So I put my whip up. She knew that meant to hoe as I stopped with my body. Good. I can go inside or outside of the cone. In this case, because she was falling on that shoulder, I'm going to push her out and up. Good. Walk up. Excellent. Excellent. Walk up. And ho. So she's getting excited by the boat. She's coming off the rail. I'm going to take her back to the rail. And I'm going to do it by backing and sideways. Over. Like that. And ho. Good. And I want the horse to stop. Stand. Nice and square. And up. Walk up. And ho. Come on. There you go. And up. And yeah, you silly goose. Come on. Good. You're just playing with me here. That's it. And ho. And walk up. Yeah. There we go. Excellent. Stay out. Stay out. Good. So she's interested in something out there. I'm letting her think and look at it and then go back to work. Walk up. Very good. And hope. This is where she'd like to spook. So we're having just a little bit of a walk around here. Make sure she's going to work in this corner appropriately. Walk up. Excellent, Eva. Walk up. And hope. So I call for the halt where she'd like to fall in. Tap her shoulder. And then I direct her with the whip to stay on the rail. Good. Excellent. Walk up. I now position my body to block her shoulder without getting run over, if she does spook. Excellent. So I basically am leaving the tunnel open straight in front. I'm closing the inside tunnel that she keeps wanting to fall on right here. There you go. And I'm not doing it with my line and my hands snapping the horse. If you start to snap the horse with your line, the horse will only fall in more. You have to work on the haunch, open the hips, so the horse has a base underneath it. Walk up. So she's narrowing and I want her to widen. Good. And ho as she comes into the rail. Walk up. Excellent. And ho after we pass the ants. Good job. And walk up. And trot. So I'm using my whip here to help catch a shoulder. Trot. Excellent. The nice thing about the line is I can let her do a little more work. I have to do every step. Excellent. I want to get a forward trot and not restricting her. Ah, nice. There. And ho. And if we're off the rail a bit, it's because I'm a little sluggish in my trot. That would be me, not her. Good girl. Over. Over hips. Good. Good girl. Stay out. Excellent. And walk up. Trot. Excellent. Ah. Do you see how we corrected that? She wanted to spook and take off. We had worked at it at the walk. Now we're going to come back. We're going to work at it at the walk and halt and work through that into the trot. This is where you correct the spooky horse before you ride it. Good girl. Walk up. That's it. Walk up. Excellent. Walk up. Walk up. I want a nice forward walk, even if it's scary. Walk up. Good. Ah. Ah. Good. Walk up. Excellent. Very nice. Very good. So that was an appropriate response, though she was still slightly nervous. We did much better. Walk up. Up, up. Ah. Ah, ah. Walk up. Ah. And ho. And over. Ah, ah, ah. Good. Over. Ah. Shorten my lines so she doesn't go so far, and we can start closer to the point of contention. Excellent. Open the hips. Open the hips. Catch the shoulder. Open the hip. Excellent. Good. Much nicer. So I always focus on widening the hip. When the horse wants to spook, that's usually the place we got narrow first. And then you catch that shoulder that wants to spook. Ah, like that. Very nice. Now she's taking a good stride in the back, and she'll correct the shoulder. Too often everybody's focusing just on the shoulder. And I'm not saying the shoulder doesn't play a part. It certainly does. But you have to remember the rear is the control of your engine. Excellent. Bravo. Good girl. Ah, 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 ah. Good. So I made the tunnel to keep her out. Good. And oh, a little too fast for me. So that's just me. It's not the horse. Good girl. Excellent. Excellent. Easy. Excellent. So there I could let the line out because I can't keep up. Up, up, up. We'll make a circle. Good. You can see the horse is staying. Trot. Come on, Quela. Up, up. Trot. Good girl. Ah. Excellent. And oh. Very nice. Oh. Very, very nice. Bravo. Excellent, Quela. So she's learning a nice forward trot. She's learning the commands to halt and go, ah, 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 ah. Stay out there. Good. I don't want her to come in for the reward and lose her proper correct halt. I want to reward her where she's correct so she understands. Very good. Excellent. Very good. It's excellent exercise for me. Build up my lungs a bit and my muscles. It's deep sand back here. It's not so easy to run in. Good girl. Good girl. Always let her chew her treat. It's quite unfair to give them one and not let them chew. Right, Quela? Very nice. Very nice. Good girl. Of course, she's learning to chew around a bit. It's a bit of a challenge. Good job. That's a good girl. And walk up. Excellent. And I'll have her just walk as she chews through the rest. Excellent. On this side, we don't need the trot practice like we do on the sides that are spooky. Here we can do more walking. Excellent. Good. Excellent. And trot. Trot. Up, up. Ah. Excellent. And I asked her to stay to the inside of the cone with my lunge line. Good. And ho. Bravo. Walk up. Trot. And ho. Bravo. Back. Excellent. Trot. Trot. Come on. Up, up. Good. And ho. Ah, ah. Quela. Ah. Walk up. Tuck your butt under. You lost your butt. Good. And ho. Excellent. Excellent. Bravo. Trot. Excellent. Very nice. Very nice. Up, up, up. Excellent. Up, up, up. This time go through. Excellent. Little circle. Oh, you gotta be little. There's a camera. Good. Excellent. And ho. Nice. Losing that leg. Let's get that leg. Ooh. Ooh. So sometimes she wants to race me. That's what we're seeing there. So I have to be careful. Difference between following and racing. It's hard to do in the sand. Take bigger steps, but the sand is deep here. Yeah, which is good for young horses to have differences in the footing and still learn to balance. Quela's a big girl. She has great legs. I feel very differently about her than a horse with fine, woolly legs. Ah, bravo. Very nice. So I'm very pleased with that. Very good. Stay out there. Excellent. Good girl. Good girl. A little carrot piece this time. Those are better. I just like those better. Very nice. So we're working in a gentle, quiet way. We allow the horse to think what we're doing. We allow her to feel comfortable in what we're doing. And we remember that we're working towards riding. That's what all the tapping and fussing is. So the horse doesn't think any of that is spooky. She gets used to it. Over. Good. 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 Excellent. So now we'll work the right, remembering it's our bigger challenge. Good. Ah. Over. So right away, The shoulder is our issue. There, good girl. So I moved her shoulder laterally. Excellent. Let her think and just stand that way. And walk. And I didn't touch her. I just dropped the whip over her hip. We'll walk up. And now I want more forward, so I come at the girth. Excellent. Catch the shoulder. Over. Good. Walk up. Excellent. And hoop. Good. Back. Back. So I asked for the back there because she was over her shoulder, falling down. Ready to go to the barge. Over. Yeah. And hoop. And back. Good. Something over there making noise, but she has to stay focused. Good. Good. Excellent. And hoop. And back. So here I'm working much more on the shoulder. You can see it keeps falling in. There you go. That. Over. Excellent. Excellent. Let me circle here so I can get to the haunch a bit. Work the hips. Open. Open. So I want the hips on the hind to open. It's a bit narrow. Which is why the shoulder was having a hard time. So I'm working on that hip. Working on opening the outside leg. Bringing down the inside hip. Good. Excellent. Now I'll keep my whip here at the girth. So I keep her forward and prevent the shoulder from falling. Yes, it's a different technique. Instead of catching at the front, I'm catching in the middle where I'm going to ride. Over. Let's open that hip up. Excellent. Excellent. Very good. Open. Excellent. Bring that hip down. There. You can see the change in the hip right there. Good girl. That's the connection and coming through. Trot. That's where we ask to trot. This direction, we ask to trot where it's easier. First, of course. Good girl. And walk. Very nice. And she didn't take off and leave me in the dirt. That's always a nice thing. Excellent. Trot. Up, up, up. Trot on. Quela. Up, up. Come on. And do a little circle here. Open the hips. Get her open. Excellent. Trot. Excellent. Nice. And hope. Excellent. Bravo. Very nice. Excellent. And trot. Up, up. Good girl. And hope. And over. Yeah. Good girl. Let's open your hips. Getting narrow. Getting too narrow in the back. That's it. That's it. There you go. And over. Excellent. There. Like that. Excellent. If I don't get the result I want, I have to work at finding the right result. Look up. Excellent. Excellent. That's it. And trot. Up, up. Excellent. And that means changing my ways. And you see that was much more successful. Excellent. Hop, 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 hop. Come on, girl. A nice jog, huh? Excellent. Bravo. Very nice. So she stayed very nicely with me. And I'm very pleased with the softness of that work. And though she wasn't as connected as the other day, she maintained a good level of connection. That was a lot of work for Quela, and it was done with a very good successful ending, and that's all we can ask for. Canthers are easy for Quela, so we don't work on those too soon. Good girl.